we're going to talk about tautologies and contradictions. A tautology is a statement that is always true, no matter the truth values of its parts. For example, P or not P. This is always true. If P is true, P or not P is true, and if P is false, not P is true, so the whole statement is still true. So P or not P is a tautology. Let's look at its truth table. We have P, not P, and P or not P. If P is true, not P is false, P or not P is true. If P is false, not P is true, P or not P is true. And of course, as you can see, P or not P is always true, which makes it a tautology. Now, what is a contradiction? A contradiction is the opposite of a tautology. It's a statement that is always false. For example, P and not P. And it actually makes sense if you think about it, right? In which scenario P and not P have the same truth value? In none, right? Whenever P is false, not P is true. Whenever P is true, not P is false. So this is a contradiction. Let's check the truth table. We have P, not P, and P and not P. If P is true, not P is false, P and not P is false. If P is false, not P is true, P and not P is false. So since every truth value of P and not P is false, this is actually a contradiction. Let's now see how we can simplify statements using tautologies and contradictions. First, using a tautology. Suppose we have this compound statement, P and Q or not Q. Now notice that Q or not Q is a tautology because it's always true. So this, in fact, is P and true. And anything and true is just the original thing. So this simplifies to P. So we can say that P and Q or not Q is logically equivalent to just P. Now let's use a contradiction. Take this statement, P or Q and not Q. Here, Q and not Q is always false. It's a contradiction. So we have P or false, and anything or false is just the original thing, in this case, P. So this simplifies to P as well. And again, this is logically equivalent to just P. These kinds of simplifications can help us clean up logical formulas and write more efficient expressions in programming and also in formal reasoning.